Oh my God, you guys, thank you for telling me. I've been on mute. It was on mute. That was me. I'm the one I'm the problem. It's me. Oh my God, the mic was just muted. I'm such a nerd. Sorry, guys. Stop talking, Britt. Gigi. Thank you, Gigi. Gigi's like yelling it. I was just about to like do a whole podcast. Oh my God. Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry. Love y'all. All right. Well, hey, even though Mercury is direct, I still am not. All right. Ridiculous. How are you guys doing though? Happy Monday. How how is everybody? How was your weekend? I'm gonna have to say all the stuff that I just said, which okay, that's fine. That was a dress rehearsal. So you guys, look at this cup that Michael got me. He surprised me with it over the weekend. Can y'all see that? It's like kind of shiny. So it says in the cards and stars. How fun is that? And then we were talking about it, and he was like, if the tea timers would be into it, we could do like little mini tea time little sip cups that we could all sip on together. So I don't know. Let me know if y'all would be interested in that. We talked about merch like a long time ago, but I wasn't like in the place. There was like too much going on, but now we could actually do it. So if that would be cool for anybody, let me know. But these are Yeti brand, and I kind of just like, I'm obsessed and I use mine all the time. And so anyway, it's fun to make it personal. But okay, let me regroup. So I was talking about MGK, and I want to do a little experiment. I know, wasn't that sweet, you guys? He's the best. It was such a nice surprise. So I want to do a little experiment and see if I can screen share and just kind of like surf around through some of these stories. We'll see if we like it. I've done this before, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little zany today. There's a new moon in Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun, so I don't know. I'm trying new things this week. So let me see. I'm going to screen share. Let's see. Select a tab. I have like all my schoolwork pulled up or my emails. Hold on. All right, we have to do that another time. I'm like leaking my personal information, doxing myself. But okay, so basically our first story is about MGK. Now, did you guys see this? He was basically talking about how he thinks he might be an alien. All right. So, guys, this is a little wild. He was on a podcast. He was talking to some of his friends, and he said that there are a lot of weird things about him. Like, he said he'll cut himself, and then his skin will heal like weirdly fast. He also lives mostly on water. He says he doesn't eat that much, and that when he does eat, he eats like kimchi, sauerkraut, and bone broth. I mean, hey, more power to you, but it is giving otherworldly. Like, how are we surviving if this is really all we're doing? So just for funsies, I wanted to pull a card and see if MGK could be an alien. I don't know, guys. We're going to start off on a silly note. Hi, Gunyar. Oh, got the tea from Nick's Love Life video. The Emperor card. I love it. It is definitely Luke. Oh my God. You guys are so funny. Evidal said, what? Oh, I think, if you're asking about Gunyar, Evidal, she's talking about Patreon. If you're asking about MGK saying what, I know. That's what we're all thinking. What? So let's see. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, is MGK an alien? I mean, did y'all think we were going to start with this story? No, but MGK crazy, right? It's a little wild. Let's see. Is he an alien? The Sun card. Guys, listen. I don't like to be one to amplify conspiracy theories, but if we are just going to let the tarot tea do the talking tonight, the answer is yes. I was not expecting that at all. That is the silliest answer ever. So take it or leave it. Do what you will with it. If he's not, the thought that he is an alien, it makes him very happy. But traditionally, if we're just going to read this at face value, yeah, he is an alien. Yeah, I can't, right? We're just going to be not unserious right now. So funny. I mean, you know what? If you really do look at him, he does kind of seem like he's like not of this world. So there you go. He's an alien. You heard it here first, you guys. If you see him beamed up, you'll know that we spilled it first on the tarot tea. We told the tarot tea truth. Another thing that is weird about MGK, have you guys seen that he has like fangs now? I think they're like permanent fangs, but yeah, he has like fangs, like vampire stuff. I don't know. You know what? God bless him. Hope you're doing well. Maybe we just don't understand it because he's an alien. Okay, next story. So, did you guys see over the weekend the Justin Bieber Instagram post? Now, we've been trying not to talk too much about Justin Bieber. We've been trying to give him some space because, you know, he's been going through kind of a tough time. He's had his Saturn return, he's had all of these planets just really in his fifth house and just identity struggles. And he's just been going through quite the time, both with the transits and just, I think, with his personal life. We can sort of see that. But over the weekend, he did do some posts that were raising eyebrows when it comes to his relationship with Kendall Jenner. Now, to refresh our memories, there was a time when Justin Bieber, before he was married, he was rumored to have been dating or having some sort of like hookup relationship with Kendall. My God, I was thinking like Kylie. No, with Kendall Jenner. And she's like really good friends with Hailey Bieber. So I do think that's kind of a strange dynamic. We don't know for sure if they did or if they didn't, but that's just what the rumor mill has been putting out there. But the song choice that he used on this particular Instagram post, where he's sitting there kind of like leaned back, shirtless, as he's been doing so much of lately. And Kendall is there, like right next to him. She's wearing a sports bra and she's kind of like saying something to him and talking with her hands. And people kind of went crazy on Reddit. They were like, what's going on here? And the song was very like seductive. It was like a hookup song. So it was kind of weird. You know, I was looking at it and I was like, how would I feel, you know, if this was my significant other? I'd be pretty bothered. Like it's a strange kind of thing to put out there. So I'm going to pull some cards to see what's going on. Hailey, of course, commented right away. That does seem to be her MO. Like when there were the rumors that he was getting too cozy with SZA on stage, she commented on it. Like she's quick to comment. She's quick to insert herself. You know, is it because she feels like she needs to defend herself or mark her territory or whatever? Or is it actually that she's fine with it, that maybe she has a similar personality to him and she doesn't see a problem? So we're going to look into that and just kind of see what's going on. Eva Doll says, oh, I heard Tom Holland and Zendaya are married. Oh my God, did you see that? I almost dropped the whole deck. What? What? Are you serious? Eva Dolls, where'd you hear this? Guyar says, Hailey's degrading herself so hard. That's what I felt in my gut too. I agree with you. I agree. I was like, this is weird. I sometimes think, is she really Scorpio? Because it is not Scorpio behavior, giving low value to themselves. Okay, interesting that you bring that up, Gunyar. So Hailey is a Sagittarius sun. Not that Sagittarians degrade themselves, but Sagittarius people can be more open-minded, more free-spirited, less possessive than other zodiac signs. So just some food for thought there. Yes, exactly, Gigi. They're engaged, but I saw they low-key married. Oh, how cute. Okay, we can pull a card to see. Let me put that on my list. I love them. I think they're just like such a cute, genuine couple. Tom Holland. They give me very good vibes. Okay. Also, I don't know. Justin just still, if you just look at his Instagram, it's looking weird. And I do feel like Hailey went through a really positive period, like right when Saturn shifted into Aries, which, by the way, it's about to shift back into Pisces, I believe September 1st. So we're about to get our second round just to like tie up loose ends in our Pisces ruled house. I feel like she's sort of losing some of that power right now. And then, you know, once Saturn moves back into Aries for the long haul, I think she's going to have to face some realities and maybe level up, get back into that sort of independent mentality that we saw her in, sort of a little preview when she sold her company and she was like kind of doing things more on her own. That was a little preview when Saturn first moved into Aries for everybody, for like our new themes. So I feel like she sort of slipped backwards. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And then I also feel like Justin's struggling, you know. I'm glad that it appears that he's surrounded by people. It appears that he's having fun, but I also think he's having too much fun. Like, why are we always shirtless? Why are we always in like a mosh pit of people and looking like we're on something? Like, it's concerning. It just is. So, okay. Let's see Justin's relationship with Kendall Jenner. His current relationship with Kendall Jenner, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Gigi says, I bet she's leaving him once Saturn hits Aries again. I agree with you. I do. And I hate to say that, but I do agree with you. I think either she'll leave or something significant will change in their relationship. Like she's going to lay down the law. I agree with you. Okay. Justin's relationship with Kendall, allegedly. The Hermit, interesting. The Hermit card is about things that we do in secret. The Hermit does a lot of things behind closed doors. It can also talk about your true self and someone that understands your true self. So this could indicate a closeness between the two of them. There's a flashlight. Okay, here's another thing, a non-traditional version, but something that does come to mind intuitively. Look at this person. They're like walking around in the dark by themselves with a flashlight. Could there be some like sneaking around? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling from the cards. Is there a possibility that when they're all hanging out, you know, that the two of them, Hermit card energy, are by themselves, are, you know, in one of these huge houses, they're sneaking off, spending time alone. That's what this sort of feels like. So, okay, let's see what else we can get. Oh, Gunyar, that's really cute. I do agree they have like really good vibes. Hi, Scott. How's it going? Aw, we missed you too. How have you been? Happy Monday. And you're not late. You're right on time. We're happy you're here. Okay, let's see. Let's get Justin's feelings towards Kendall. Okay, I just dropped the card. Wow, that one has some energy. So feel good about what this says. Okay, interesting. 8 of Pentacles. Now, this is nice to see. This is about work and power. So this would be somebody who's like, I am going to post a picture of Kendall Jenner because it makes me look cool. Now, is that correct? Is that the truth? I don't think so. I think people actually are rooting for Justin and Haley right now, and I think he would get further, you know, with his career, because this is like money, power, career, finances. I think that he would get further actually if he had the more family man image, because I think that's what his fans want to see. But for some reason, he looks at Kendall and he sees 8 of Pentacles energy. He sees money, success. I think he admires her. And I think he also feels like if he posts with her, if he puts a picture of her up, people are going to go crazy. People are going to like it. It's going to elevate his image in a way, which is kind of weird, honestly, that he thinks that, because I wouldn't think that. But that's kind of his perception. It's almost like industry friends, PR kind of thing. So I think he sort of knows what he's doing when he's doing these posts. I think he expected people to be bothered by it. That's why he put the sexy song, you know? Okay. Interesting. And how does Kendall, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, feel towards Justin Bieber? What are her feelings? Eva Doll said you have some crazy energy tonight. All the cards keep popping out. I know. What does it mean? Scott's very busy. Nice. We're about to have a Virgo new moon, you guys. So, Scott, if you get a little busier, just know the Virgo new moon is here to like get us structured. So I think it's like going to be, you know, an accelerated week for everybody. But you keep it going. You're killing it, Scott. We know it. Okay. Let's see. What else? I know. It doesn't make you look cool. It makes you look like a fool. I agree. It's definitely weird. Okay. How does Kendall feel towards Justin, allegedly? The sun. Happiness. This is the second time we've had the sun card come out. Really weird. But this is about happiness. She really, really likes being around him. Um, it's weird that we have hermit energy for their collective vibes because, like I said, the hermit is like who you are in private. So that's almost like feeling like someone really knows you, feeling like you're very close to them in a way that is almost like a very, very best friend that you tell everything to. That's interesting because I would not have thought that about the two of them, but they have been around each other for years and years. So that's interesting. And then we have the sun card. Yeah, like true happiness. Like she really feels happiest when she's with him. This almost feels kind of romantic, but it's more than that. It's more than that. How does Haley feel about their connection in reality? Because she pretends like it's cool. She actually pretends like she's a part of it, like commenting on all the posts. When people are like going after it, saying it's weird, she's like trying to diffuse it. You know, she looks like she's doing too much, as always. But how does she really feel about this connection? This what seems like a very deep connection of like true happiness, deep knowledge of each other, and true closeness. He sees her as successful, almost like puts her on a pedestal, which is kind of weird. It's a weird relationship, to be honest with you guys. Not like spicy necessarily, but just kind of close in a way that seems odd given that he's like married and how does Haley really feel about Justin and Kendall's relationship, allegedly? Very sus. I know, Gunyar, sus. Highly sus. Okay. We're going to take them both. Oh, okay. So we have two cards, and I think that one represents Haley's current mindset, and I think one represents how she feels in her relationship when she sees how Justin and Kendall interact. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the four is your home life. Obviously, Justin is her spouse, so this would be how she feels about him. But the Four of Pentacles is feeling disappointed. If you look at this person, they're sitting on a suitcase. Pentacles are at their feet. They have one hand like this. Like this person feels very disappointed. I think that when she's around them and she sees this closeness and the way that they interact, and I do think that it's uncomfortable, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. It's like she walks into a room and they're like giggling together and finishing each other's sentences, right? So it feels uncomfortable. They all sit down at a table. She sits down over here and Kendall sits over here and he goes and sits by Kendall. Like it's these sort of moments where your stomach just kind of sinks down. That's what this Four of Pentacles is. It's like this feeling like her family unit, the four energy, it's like brought down by their connection. So I do think something feels really off to her about it. But what does she do about it instead of, addressing it head on? We see that she comments and defends their relationship, defends their friendship, pretends to be a part of it. But what we really have is this Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is your emotions, your emotional well-being, and thinking of yourself. So I do think that Haley has gotten into this mindset where she has started realizing, I want to prioritize myself. And this is going to sound so bad. So allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, I think that she kind of sees this as like a lost cause in many ways. And she's kind of accepted it, which is sad because I think she could do better. But she's decided to accept it. And so she's like, I'm just going to have my cheesecake. I'm going to do my products. I'm going to take my photos. I'm going to hang with my friends. I'm going to prioritize my well-being. I'm going to try to like fill the void with all these other things. I'm going to act like everything is fine. And I'm going to, tell the haters I'm living my best life. That's like her mentality. So do I think she's aware of it? Absolutely. Do I think she's willing to change it, at this moment in time? No, I don't. And I think she's starting to turn to other things. Like we have the cheesecake here. She's turning to other things to try to make herself happy and like distract herself. And that feels right. I mean, based on the energy, based on the way the posts look, this makes a lot of sense. So, we're going to say our prayers for her and just hope that once Saturn moves back into Aries for good, she's going to find that inner strength, put her foot down about things or do whatever she needs to do. But I do think, I think they have an uncomfortable relationship. And I think that it's kind of just a known thing that she privately ignores because she sort of accepted that it's not going to change. It's very weird. Very weird. Ugh, gross. Okay, what are you guys thinking? Are Haley and Justin separated? No, I don't think that they are. I think that mentally they are. I think like in her mind, she's separated herself from him. It's sort of like she doesn't even bother to fight with him anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because she's already like accepted, like this is who he is. This is the best I'm going to get out of this person. She sort of stopped trying, so it's only a matter of time if things don't change. But as of now, I think she's just trying to sort of, I don't know, like disassociate and just kind of like make herself happy and like buy herself stuff and focus on her brand. And you know what I mean? She's on the journey. She's on the journey. Gunyar says, girl, like crash the F out, right? I agree with you. I think sometimes a well-timed crash out can help you just do a Phoenix rising moment. You full sweep, you rise from the ashes after you clear it all out. I mean, I'm with you, Gunyar. I think so. And we are going to root for you. We totally would root for her. But acting fake cool, amen, well said, about this type of situation is making me think, like it's making you doubt her sincerity for sure. For sure. And with the 9 of Cups coming out, I mean, that's kind of just like confirmation, that, she's sort of just, I don't know, accepting a more shallow way of being. She's got to go back into her spirit, but maybe she will. Maybe she will once the planets, do their little dance again. So it's a lot. Okay. Gunyar says, can we also look at, does Jake think that Luke is endgame for Nick? Okay. Let me write that down. We will do that at the end. Yes. Okay. Moving on to our next story. All right. So I'm going to actually pull this one up on my phone because there are a few little headlines. We're going to talk about Blake Lively and Taylor Swift. You know that Blake Lively was shaking in her boots after Taylor announced her new album. Now, in the past, we can't help but to imagine that Blake would have been right there by her side, posting about it, and now that we know Blake's true colors, she probably would have just been trying to get some like secondhand clout off of it, because I think she's shown that she's not truly a great friend. She was more willing to use Taylor for what she could get out of her, which is very hurtful. But I saw an article that said Blake Lively is nervous about Taylor's new album. I want to pull some cards on that. Okay, that elevator music. Okay, so as we know, Taylor Swift and Blake Lively's friendship has soured. Reports say that they haven't spoken in months, and for good reason, because of that legal battle that Taylor just kind of wound up in the middle of because of all the mess that Blake is making. But people have said, and fans have speculated, that now that Taylor has a new album and one of the songs is potentially about ending the friendship with Blake, people are saying that Blake is kind of freaking out behind the scenes. So I want to see if that's true. Is Blake Lively actually crashing out behind the scenes? And what is her next scheme? Because I'll tell you this. One thing I've noticed about Blake Lively is that she kind of just doesn't stop the scheming, allegedly. For entertainment purposes, she's got a lot of Virgo in her chart. A Virgo new moon is happening this week. Maybe she's going to pop out with something else, with another angle. Maybe she's going to do something. I don't know. But this new moon in Virgo, with her having a stellium there, her really being someone that's in her head a lot, I just wonder if she's going to do something or scheme up some sort of new plan. So I want to get some tea on her. Okay, so Blake Lively, is she actually crashing out about Taylor's new album? Hi, Sage. Oh my gosh, yay, Sage is here. Whitney's here. Hey, Whitney. Hey, Sage. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, so happy y'all are here. Amazing. Okay, Blake is ick. I have to agree. I have to agree. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Eva Doll says, I always thought my ex-husband and best friend had something going on. They always said no, but they were and are married and have kids. Eva, trust your gut and don't trust what others say. Amen. Okay, Eva Dolls. Exactly. Exactly. And you can't tell me that if Justin and Haley break up, that any of us would be surprised if a couple months later he's spotted with Kendall. And there's some story that comes out that, like, we just didn't realize we were always meant to be together, blah, blah, blah. We never saw it was right in front of us. And Eva Dolls, I'm so sorry that you went through that. That must have been so incredibly difficult and traumatizing. We love you so much. We're sending you the biggest hug. I'm sure you're past it now, but what a thing to go through, man. You know what? Talk about a phoenix rising from the ashes moment. Nothing can touch you now. Okay. You've been through it. You've been through the worst and you came out stronger. Wow. And honestly, they deserve each other, right? Ew. Trust your gut. Moral of the story here. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay. So, like, what was I reading? That like, whew, that got me. Blake Lively. Literally, you guys. I felt it. I felt it. Okay, so Blake Lively, how does she feel about Taylor's new album? Let's just be a little messy with the question asking. How does Blake Lively feel about Taylor Swift's new album? Allegedly. It was the best thing that ever happened to me 30 years ago. Okay, good, 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 good. See, so looking back, everything happens for a reason, right? Glad that's far behind you. Mama Chris would be so happy, Gigi. You know that she's just been trying to make that happen for years and years. The Empress. Ooh, I'll tell you one thing that Blake still lacks humility. I'll tell you. You know, we might think that after everything that's gone on that she would be a little bit humbled. No. She views herself as the Empress. Let me get some clarification on here. Because actually, hold on. Does she view herself as the Empress or does she view Taylor as the Empress? But this is Empress energy. So let me see. How does Blake view Taylor right now, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only? How does she really view Taylor deep down? I'm trying to get some clarity on this Empress card. The Page of Pentacles. Blake is, guys, I'm sorry. We're going to be messy tonight. Blake is delusional. What? All right, let me get one more clarifier. How does Blake view herself in the relationship with Taylor? It's like Blake views Taylor as immature, which is so weird. She views herself as the high priestess. Okay. This is like Blake thinking that she's actually, you know, the mastermind, to use Taylor's words. And she sees Taylor as like immature and money focused and immature. She sees herself as this like high priestess, Empress, as like someone who's just above everyone else. She sees herself as above Taylor. I mean, I'm telling you guys, like the level of narcissism is, I'm actually shocked. Like I had to pull a clarifier because I was like, how could she actually see herself as an Empress energy after all this? Because the Empress card, you know, we talk about that card. It's such a great card. It's like somebody who is strong and compassionate and wise and like just someone that others can turn to in this like powerful force of like feminine energy. I mean, she's like, talk about self-obsessed. And then to view Taylor Swift as a money hungry, allegedly, money hungry, childish person. I mean, inflated ego. This is like what narcissism would look like in a card reading. You know, to view someone else like this and view yourself like this, that's like very skewed, especially when they were friends for so long. Like, and that's her true feelings. That's so weird. She made Taylor her the godmother of her children, but she's seen her as this immature, money hungry person. Come on. I feel like she twists the narrative to fit what she needs it to be today for her ego. What do you guys think? She's Delulu, Nancy. Amen. Well said. It's Delulu. It is the most Delulu of the readings. Hi, Heat Lifer. You are not late. You are right on time. We're so happy that you're here. We love you too. We are reading on Blake Lively and Taylor Swift. Really more so Blake Lively's feelings about Taylor Swift's new album, because rumors are swirling that she's kind of panicking that one of the songs might be about her. Okay, so let's see. Is Blake Lively allegedly panicking that one of Taylor's songs could be about her? Let's see what we can get. Best Friend of the Year awards? Okay. What? Well, this is the friendship card. This is the friendship card. So that's just weird that we got that one for the answer. Let's pull a clarifier on that. The friendship card. Is she worried that the song Ruin the Friendship is about her? In answer, we get the friendship card. Clarification. Blake is off the hinges, 100% he lifer. I really think she is. I think she's just like in her own world. Just, I mean, she believes her own hype, you know? It's her world. We're all just living in it, that kind of thing. The Magician, which is creativity. Okay, so this would be a major yes, because we have, does she think that the friendship song is about her? We have the friendship card. That would be a yes answer. And then the Magician. This is like, the Magician card is creativity. It's also the way in which we manipulate our reality. So this is her being afraid that Taylor could expose her manipulations. I think that Blake isn't fully aware of just how much Taylor has figured out that because I think there's more behind the scenes, right? I think that there have been, yeah, I just got goosebumps confirmation. Oh my God, like the goosebumps are crazy right now. I think there have been some things that Blake has been setting up for years and years, whether it's things that might be relatively small, like a paparazzi run-in while she happens to be with Taylor that Taylor wasn't aware of. And then she says something like, oh, how funny. No, I didn't call him. That's so weird. Maybe blah, blah called him. You know, little things like that are kind of like, I guess, white lies in a way. Like they're not really hurting anybody, but it's a lie. I mean, it is actually hurtful that you're not being honest with your friend, but like nothing that's like, that really stands out, right? So I think that she is kind of thinking back right now on all of the little lies she's told and all of the ways that she has manipulated situations. And I think she's wondering if Taylor knows. And I think she's really scared that Taylor's going to tell a little more tea than, you know. Yeah. Is she panicking? Yeah, I think she is. And I think she's like kind of thinking it through. Like, wait, is she going to talk about this? Is she going to talk about that? Does she know I did this? Did this person tell her what I said about that? Like, this is like karma catching up to you. Like when you've been doing a lot of really bad things and now you can't even keep the lies straight. You don't even know what that other person knows. Like so yeah, I think she's spiraling. Will the song talk about Blake at all? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Scott says Taylor knows all. You know what? I really think she does. After watching that interview on the New Heights podcast, I was like, I mean, she's always thinking, oh my God, we didn't even talk about this, you guys. She talked about numerology and astrology, like towards the end of the podcast. I got to pull the clip and like make another separate video about it because I was giddy over it. I was like, I knew it. I knew that she was into numerology and she was even explaining it to Jason. And she was like, that's why we're together. Like, I was like, oh, she's one of us, you guys. She is one of us. She's doing all the same numerology, the tarot connections. And I knew it because all of the things that she does really do time up with her numbers. So yeah, I think she's been into that for a long time. So it was so cool to get like confirmation that she actually does think about it and does like it. She's a girly after our own heart. We love her. Okay, but Blake like did her dirty and she's got all the tools. She probably reads the tarot to herself. So let's see. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, of course. Will Taylor talk about Blake in The song Ruin the Friend. I believe it's called Ruin the Friendship, right? I love that she did that. Eva Doll said, oh my God, hold on. I got to catch up with what you guys say before I pull it. Heat Lifer said Blake has leaked things about the Justin Baldoni case. So I'm sure she leaks info on other things to manipulate the scenarios. Heat Lifer, very astute take. I agree with you. Because, yeah, what's to stop her from leaking other things? And maybe now she's realized, oops, has Taylor figured that out? Because she did seem so, I don't know, like so A-list that you would think she wouldn't be doing things like that, you know? Her true colors. Okay. Yeah, the cards are flipping, you guys. The cards are flipping. Is it going to be about her? Yes, it is. Two of Cups. At one time, they had a very close friendship. I guess what Taylor would have considered a soulmate friendship. They were friends for a long time. So like soul friends, could have really great discussions. Felt like they really saw and understood each other. So yes, I do think that she is going to talk about Blake in the song. What else can we get? The Hierophant, the lessons that she's learned. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to be one of those classic like situations where I think she's going to weave all kinds of things throughout. Maybe some symbolic things. Maybe she's going to spill the tea plainly. But I do think that she was inspired by a lot of lessons that she has learned. Alternatively, we do have the Two of Cups, which is a romance card. So because you know how Taylor sometimes will combine several stories. Ruin the Friendship could also alternatively be about starting off as friends with someone and then it turning into more. But even if that is what it is, like she admitted during the podcast, she said like basically so many things that she does are Easter eggs. Like when she wrote her acceptance speech for her like honorary doctorate from NYU, she said like the entire thing had was just all Easter eggs and like actual lyrics from one of her songs. So what I could see her doing to sort of be more tongue-in-cheek, more undercover about it, I could see her using Ruin the Friendship possibly as like, you know, a friends to lovers type thing, like Nick and Jake, or Nick and Luke, I mean, and then it have a double meaning, like also include stories of deception and things that Blake actually did. Like, you know, like half fantasy, half reality. So we'll have to see, but it's definitely going to have deeper themes of life lessons. And I do think Blake should be scared because I think that the fans are going to find the kernels of truth. And I think that they're going to expose it. She's not going to be looking good. And, and right around her trial, I mean, it's sort of the best revenge, right? Telling the truth is the best revenge. Scorpio's been hiding too much. Where's Ryan in all this? Oh, I think he's already abandoned ship. He has run for the hills, Gigi. Let's see. How does Ryan feel right now? Yes, you're so right, Gunyar. Scorpio rising. Of course, she would be into it, right? Cute Life says, yes, she's into numerology, 87 and 13, 100%. That's her and Jason, both like 13, makes them family. Aw, that is so cute. Cute Lifer, I love it. So true. I believe Taylor's going to spread her wings to protect her loved ones. I think you're so right. I think she's genuinely happy, in love, feeling protected. And I agree with you. I don't think she's going to let anything ruin that. And good for her. Good for her. She shouldn't. Okay, let's see. Ryan. How does Ryan feel in all of this? Because you're right. He has been really quiet. It's sort of like he, was overly confident in the beginning. And then as soon as more information came out, people sort of started to figure things out. He did kind of pull back. So what's going on with Ryan in all of this? We have not seen him. There's been no press coverage of him. What are his, this one hopped. The Three of Swords. Yeah. So he's heartbroken. He's disappointed. He's heartbroken. Interesting. What is his next move going to be? Allegedly. The Six of Swords. He's going to leave. You guys, we got this for him last time we did a reading as well. And I think I said this last time, so I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that we are going to see a public breakup right away. This would be like them living in two separate places. And I think they have like a bunch of different houses, right? Like those extremely wealthy people do. So this would be like him staying at their New York house while Blake stays at the LA house, and they just like don't see each other anymore. And it's like a quiet divorce type of thing. They show up together on red carpets and pretend like they're together, but just to sort of save face until things quiet down, and then they actually do a real divorce and become public. Because the Six of Swords, this is very clear. He is leaving. He is leaving his significant other. And he's heartbroken. I don't think that he wanted this to happen. I think that Ryan thought that he and Blake would always be together. I think it was sort of his perfect little image. And I don't know, he also has very narcissistic energy to me as well. And it's almost like this feeling of like, she ruined it, so now I have to leave. It's kind of a shallow way of interpreting things. He's like sort of shallow with it, you know, like, oh, she ruined everything for us. I have to leave now. I don't want to be a part of this. Like, it doesn't feel like a deep love. It feels more like a, like about ruining an image. Like it's just sort of a more surface level of emotion, if that makes sense. But whatever his version of heartbroken is, I think he's heartbroken right now. I think he's in hiding. So weird. Okay. What are you guys thinking? I mean, the drama that these people created for themselves, though. Do you know what I mean? The drama. Taylor's one of us real. I like her so much for that. I know, right? It's so true. It is so true. They didn't say that they were engaged, but seeing them and listening to them in the podcast to me was alluding that it's coming soon. I think you're right. I think that based on their body language, how much they love each other, I think that they're going to do it as soon as it makes sense for them with Travis's career. I think it's just a matter of time if they're not engaged already. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is endgame, as she said in one of her songs. Okay, they're going to divorce. I can see that happening. Yeah, I think they will, Gunyar. I do. I mean, he's leaving. And I think he's leaving her, by the way, which I'm sure came as quite a surprise, because I think that Blake Lively has been doing everything that she could for a long time to hang on to Ryan. I also think she's been manipulative, and she's been rumored to, you know, get with a lot of her co-stars. So I don't know. I still feel like she had something weird to do with the Justin Baldoni thing. Like, I do think that she was into him. And this is some kind of weird kind of mental game that she's been playing. It's weird. It's weird, guys. It would be bigger than the royal wedding. It so would be. It so would be. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Double ick, triple ick. Next story. Ugh. It's so yucky. Okay, let's do y'all's requests. That was fun. Y'all had some good ones. So Zendaya and Tom Holland, are they secretly married? Casual question. No big deal. All right, guys. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what's going on with Tom Holland and Zendaya. Where's their relationship at right now? Oh, okay. The cards are starting to hop, so we're in good shape. What is going on with them? That's my royal wedding, Heat Lifer said. Wouldn't it? I mean, that would be like the American royal wedding if Taylor and Travis got married, for sure. Oh, I love them so much. His interview in GQ, how he expresses himself about her is definitely bigger than anything. Oh my God. Isn't that the sweetest? I love to see it. They're definitely bringing back like just that, I don't know, that fairy tale kind of love that is just so sweet and kind, and like, it just seems very normal and down to earth and like genuinely from the heart, you know? We need to see more of that in the media. I think it's just like a good, you know, it's just a good reminder for everybody that's out there, and that's a good thing. And that sometimes it's okay for things just to be nice and positive and happy, you know? Some things can just be so dramatic out there, like MGK and Megan Fox. You know, there are certain love stories that are like very toxic that I feel like are out in the media all the time. And it's just nice to have like a counterbalance, you know? Okay. First one, Seven of Swords. They're hiding something. They're hiding something. Okay. Are they already married? They're hiding something. So what are they hiding? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. What are Zendaya and Tom Holland hiding? Genuine. Eva Doll said yes, genuine. Exactly. What are they hiding? I just want to see her wedding dress, okay? Zendaya, just you can keep it secret, but just release the photos of the wedding dress, please. We must see the fashion. She always has like the best outfits. Okay. Ooh, we got a couple. Three of Pentacles, cooking something up, collaborating, creating something new, things happening. Three of Wands, the future. So do I think that they've already gotten married? I don't. But I think that they have very solid plans for the wedding. I think they have the date. I think they have the outfits. I think they have the guest list. Heck, it could be next month. And I think they're hiding it from us and keeping it very quiet. But this to me, because we have the future card with the Three of Wands, this is like in the future, but I think it's in the near future. With the Three of Wands, I don't know, when asking this question, it could even be before the end of the year, could be in the next 3 months. But this is, yeah, wait, because we have 2 threes, Three of Pentacles and Three of Wands. So you know what? This would either be in the next 3 months or the next 6 months. I think it's very like literal interpretation, getting 2 threes like this. So yeah, they are hiding the fact that they are actively planning, actively, putting together their wedding and planning their future. And it's happening either within 3 months or 6 months. So that's exciting. Okay, I love that. Gunyar says, oh, press tour for Spider-Man movie. It is coming good, baby. Okay, when is that? When is his press tour? Is he already doing that? I definitely think that they have to plan around all these other things. Hi, Liz. How's it going? They said the public will never know. Stop it, Eva Dolls. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that makes so much sense. 7 of Swords. Yep, they're keeping it under wraps. Thank you for telling me that. That's such good confirmation. So pure, the way that they were talking about, yes, how it's in the public eye. They have real normal conversations talking about Taylor and Travis again, you guys. So true. And they live normal lives. I mean, she is into her sourdough bread era. Exactly. Like, it's adorable. It's so, so sweet. Oh, it comes out next year. I wonder if they're going to do it before that then. Maybe now would be a good time, or maybe in the next 3 months would be a good time. We'll see. Not yet. They're shooting in London. Okay, Scott. All right. Well, 3 months or 6 months, guys. Let's keep our eyes peeled. Although, if they say we'll never know, we might not. We might not. It might come out in a year that they like, maybe while they're doing their press tour, they're like, oh my God, we're already married. I could see that happening. But either way, they're very happy. They're currently planning their wedding. And I just get such good vibes from them. 3 is also in numerology. It is the number of creativity and happiness and communication and talking a lot. So I just see that they are excited and kind of giddy while they're planning this. So they're enjoying their life. Yeah. And they're not telling us. 7 of Swords. Okay. So now we have our question from Gunyar. Oh my God, tell me, guys, why I can't read my handwriting now. That's a problem. Gunyar, will you repeat your question? You said, I really can't read my handwriting. All right, you're going to have to tell me. Scott says, Britt, can you see if Taylor is going to perform at the Super Bowl? Okay, let's pull a card and see. Oh my God. I don't know. Let's see. That would be so amazing. Like, I personally don't see her doing that, but she's in her like showgirl era. So now would be the time, right? Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, will Taylor Swift perform in the Super Bowl this year? I gotta like close my eyes for this one. This is a big one. Okay. All right. Ooh, we're gonna take these cards. Oh, all right. We got all swords, guys. All swords. So this is a lot. We have the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the King of Swords. Oh my God. What does that even mean? Hold on. What does that even mean? Will she perform in the Super Bowl? We have swords. Okay. So first of all, I feel like there is a lot of communication back and forth about that possibility. The King of Swords would be someone negotiating on her behalf. The Knight of Swords would be someone wanting to make it happen, someone who's a little bit younger or like less experienced. So maybe, I don't know, maybe there's someone that works for the NFL. I'm not sure, but there's someone that wants to make this happen. Like thinking like, oh, this is going to be like the feather in my cap. Like I'm going to be the one to book Taylor. And then I think Taylor's team is King of Swords. Like, okay, we can do that, but there needs to be, it needs to look a certain way. We need to be able to do this. And I think Eight of Swords, in a prison of your own mind, this is about power. It's about the logistics of things and really trying to figure out and decide like right now, whether or not this is something that can actually be pulled off in the right way. So that's like, do we have the right type of stage? Can we get the right, and I don't know how like the NFL does their stage work or whatever. But I do think that Taylor's team has a very specific way that they do these things. They're very experienced. And I think they just have to make sure that like they can pull it off at the level that like the Eras Tour, like she doesn't want to do something that is not as big as what she did previously. I think that in her mind, she always needs to top herself, which that's like her mentality. That's just part of her personality. So Eight of Swords, this is like asking yourself and kind of being ruminating like in a loop of thought, like, okay, I want to do this. We're negotiating the possibilities, but could I really make it happen in a way that is going to be as good as I want it to be? Or like, so let me get another. Okay. So this is not an answer. This is more just like talking about the process. So I do think it's a possibility. Basically, there are conversations. Scott Ray says lots of hints were dropped according to Swiftie detectives. Honestly, Swiftie detectives are the best detectives. They're professional. Okay, let's see. But will it happen? Will it happen? Okay, sorry guys. I was yawning a little bit. I'm going to go straight to bed after this. It's been a long day. It's been a long Monday, but a productive Monday, a good one. Okay, let's see. Three of Cups. I think she will. I think she will. This is about celebration. So I think she's going to go from the Eight of Swords, being kind of stuck in her own mind, trying to figure it out, to the Three of Cups. She's going to have the right collaborators that are going to come through. She's going to be celebrating this. I think, yes, I actually think she's going to. And she might bring other people up on stage with her that are on her album. Like maybe Sabrina Carpenter is going to come up there with her for like maybe the song that they have together on the album. But this is a yes. This is a yes. Can you imagine, you guys? How crazy will that be? Okay. But right now they're in the stage where maybe it already has been negotiated, but there's like a lot of thinking about it. I mean, this is 3 cards that are all swords. That's thinking and communication. So this would be like in the thick of it, like in the thick of planning, looking at every detail. You got a lot of different minds weighing in on what they think would be best. I mean, right now it's definitely stressful. I don't know how she does it. I would be so stressed out all the time. She must be like very zen. Like, how do you stay so chill, Taylor? But the Three of Cups, yeah, this is going to be a celebration, very Super Bowl vibes. It's going to be very positive. And like I said, she may bring up some other people with her, and it's going to be really fun, like a fun atmosphere. We get a really high vibration, which is what she confirmed was kind of the vibe of the new album. So I love it. Amazing. That might be the most expensive ticket ever. Can you imagine? Scott, do you think that they would make the tickets like even more expensive? It would be like Super Bowl plus, you're getting a Taylor Swift ticket. Like, do you think that would happen? Like, oh my God. Do they adjust the tickets every year? I don't know. I've never looked at Super Bowl ticket prices. Okay. So now for you, Gunyar. Maybe. Okay. Interesting. All right. So now we're going to close this. I mean, how fast did that go by, you guys? That is so weird. I feel like this, like, time flew by. Time flies by when you're having fun and spilling tea, I guess, guys. That makes sense, Heat Lifer said, because she's got high standards. Agreed. Good point, Heat Lifer. Good point. I mean, of course, Taylor would be thinking and overthinking and planning and replanning and wanting to make a Super Bowl performance absolutely perfect, and rightfully so. It's like, it's her baby. Can you imagine if Travis plays and she performs? And then at the end, they announce their engagement? No, and then at the end, he proposes. Honestly, like, do it for us, you guys. Do it for us, Taylor and Travis. We need this. Oh my God, so funny. They want people to show up, but Swifties would break the internet. They really would. God, they really would. There's like a solid line. Dare to dream. We can dream about it. Okay, so we're gonna close this with Gunyar's request. All right, so does Jake think that Luke is endgame for Nick? Okay, so Jake Dunn, you guys, is, for anybody who doesn't know, is Nicola Coughlan from Bridgerton. It is her boyfriend. He's much younger than her. And we've done some readings on them in the past where it has seemed like he's a little bit uncomfortable with how close Nicola Coughlan is to her co-star Luke Newton. So does Jake think that Luke and Nick could end up together? Let's see. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Is that something that Jake thinks about? They would have to pick me up from the floor. Oh my God, me too, Heat Lifer. It would honestly be like the most iconic pop culture moment in history, though, wouldn't it? I mean, the only thing that would be crazier, well, this would be too over the top. Never mind. I was imagining, like, what if they had, like, someone officiate the wedding, like, on the field? I mean, that's crazy. Right? Oh my God. Now we're just getting carried away. Okay. Does Jake think that Luke and Nick could possibly end up together? All right. We're going to take all three. Oof. Okay. Page of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Moon. So Two of Swords is feeling like your hands are tied. Makes sense. There's sort of nothing you can do, right? So these two are co-stars. Jake is also an actor working on his own projects. So at the end of the day, there's nothing he can do. Even if he has fears or insecurities, you know, there's nothing he can do to stop it. If they end up wanting to be together, in his mind, he's sort of like, when he gets jealous or anxious, he tells himself, you know, there's nothing you can do. You can't control the situation. She's choosing to be with you. So, you know, if they end up together, they do. It's sort of like him trying to prepare himself for the possibility that it could happen. So do I think that he has some insecurities around their connection, or around Luke and Nick's connection? I do a little bit. But good that he's like, you know, there's nothing I can do. He's definitely trying to not be jealous, but I do think it's there. The Moon card, this is hidden feelings, things that have not been fully revealed, maybe even to himself. I think he has some fears. I think he's afraid that he doesn't know the whole story. I definitely think that he sort of feels a vibe, kind of like what we talked about with Haley and Kendall. It's definitely less obvious with Luke and Nick because I think that they're very respectful and they do prioritize their friendship and both are in relationships. But I think that a spark can be seen, a chemistry can be seen, and they do have like kissing scenes together and they play a husband and wife on set. So as her boyfriend, I definitely think that he has a fear that there could be hidden emotions that, again, you know, he can't, there's really no way to find out if she doesn't tell him. He kind of also doesn't want to know, but it's a feeling. It's an intuition. It's a vibe that he gets that there could be feelings there. And then we have the Page of Wands, and this is wanting a passionate new beginning. I think that deep down in his heart of hearts, he'll be really happy if, you know, the show were to end at some point and they could move on. I think he wants a new beginning that is free from these types of fears. And I think in his mind, he feels like if we were to not be around him anymore, then I wouldn't have to think about this anymore because I think he does trust her. But it's just kind of an insecurity thing and a fear that there's a little more there, a little more to the story. So do I think that he thinks they're going to end up together? No, I don't think he thinks that. But oh my gosh, what we don't see, guys, bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords, but it's an anxiety for him. Yeah. So it's just a fear. I think he tells himself it's an irrational fear, but I do think it crosses his mind, which that would be really hard. You know, that would be really hard if you were dating someone and they were an actor or an actress and everybody talked about how they had chemistry, and you've been around the both of them and they do seem like they sort of light up around each other. I mean, it would be hard not to feel a little weird, right? So I think he just kind of has that feeling, but tries not to think about it too much. Let's see. Heat Lifer says it would just be too much, but I think they would do it privately, right? I feel like they're either going to do it like over the top, so big in our face, end of the Super Bowl or during halftime, which is obviously crazy, not going to happen. Or I think they would do it privately. I agree. It's probably way more likely. But dare to dream, I got to have a dream. Gunyar says, okay, he sees Luke as Nick's endgame. I knew it. Oh, okay, Gunyar. When your boyfriend or girlfriend feels that it's going to happen, like the intuition thing. Like Taylor was always scared that she and Joe were going to break up. Interesting. I do like your interpretation. It's sort of like feeling like you already know what's about to happen, but you're sort of trying to deny it, but your intuition is telling you. And like you think it's going to end up to be true. Okay, interesting. Very interesting take. Trust your intuition. Oh my God, Gunyar, yes, we're on the same page. Okay, so Jake is feeling that Luke and Nick endgame. Gunyar, I love it. I don't think that would be easy, Scott, but it might be possible. Yes. Okay, guys. Well, I love you so much. I am so tired. It has been such a busy Monday, but I'm very excited. You guys, we have a great week this week. Just to give you a little bit of transit tea before we go. We have the Virgo new moon on Friday. That is going to be all about renewed productivity, health, wellness, healing. It's just a good vibe. It's a good vibe overall. Overall, we have Virgo season, which obviously I'm partial to as a Virgo sun. Happy Virgo season almost, Sage Moon, and all my other Virgo placements out there. But I do think that we are going to have a little bit of an uplifting, productive vibe. So I don't know. I'm already feeling it. I feel like I've been so busy in a good way, and I'm going to get my sleep. So I love y'all so much. So thank you for hanging out with me on this Monday. I hope y'all have an amazing week, an amazing new moon in Virgo. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're on Patreon or members, I have a new video coming out. And I think that I will do another live stream probably on the Virgo new moon because, right, we kind of have to. As a Virgo, I feel like we got to do that. So I will see you at the Virgo new moon on Friday. All right. I love y'all so much. Thanks, Nancy. Thank you, Pat and Gigi and Sage and Gunyar and Heat Lifer and Eva Dolls and Scott and Gigi. I don't want to forget anybody. I love y'all so much. Liz. Anyway, you guys are the best. Thanks for hanging out. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye, guys. Have a good week till I see you again.